Hold on to your kimonos, folks, because this is a whirlwind. 1929. Poor little Chiyo in Satsu Sakamoto, barely enough rice between M and Mama's always under the weather. So, Dad, in a move of questionable parenting, sells M off. Poof. Gone. Next stop, Gion. Gorgeous Chiyo, destined for geisha glory, a total knockout. Poor Satsu, not so lucky. Brothel bound. Heartbreak central. Chiyo's devastated, separated from her sis, but nobody cares. Enter Pumpkin, a ray of sunshine in this bleak situation, same story, sold off. So Chiyo asks the big question, how do I escape this place? Pumpkin whisks her sister Satsu to the rooftops, a breathtaking panorama of houses. Escape? Forget it, kiddo. There's Hatsumomo, the resident mega star geisha, the whole place practically revolves around her. Then, bam, Hatsumomo catches a whiff of fish from Chiyo and sends her packing, literally. Off to geisha school. Fast forward, and Chiyo sees Hatsumomo giggling with some dude, until the mother superior yells, Chiyo, clean Hatsumomo's room. Oh, Hatsumomo walks in, remembering her, stay away order, talk about awkward. Whoa, this room explodes with fury, our little girl's in the hot seat. Then bam, Hatsumomo drops a bombshell, she knows Jiyo's sister's whereabouts. Jiyo's jaw drops. But, get this, the location's a secret weapon. Hatsumomo's playing hard to get, only revealed if Chiyo wins her heart. Talk about a high-stakes game of love. Next thing you know, Hatsumomo and her pals stroll in, fresh off a dress heist from the fabulous Mamiya. Jealousy is a powerful force, people. Hatsumomo forces Chiyo to sabotage the dress, and then, cruelly, sends her to deliver it. Mom finds out, and poor Chiyo gets a serious dressing down, mom's clueless about the forced crime. Hatsumomo's smirking like a villain, finally revealing Satsu's location to a stunned Chiyo. Later, Hatsumomo's got a date and drags Chiyo along. While Hatsumomo's busy, Chiyo snatches. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a roller coaster. Chiyo races to Satsu, a tearful reunion ending in a sisterly hug. But oh, they're broke. Desperate times, right? Satsu's got a plan, a daring heist. Meet me tomorrow, she whispers. Reluctantly, Chiyo trudges back, only to witness Hatsumomo and that guy getting far cozier than hand-holding. Talk about awkward. Then bam, mom shows up. Hatsumomo's quick, she plants cash on Chiyo, then accuses her of theft. What a sneaky weasel. Mom's furious, laying into poor Chiyo. But enough is enough. Chiyo spills the beans on Hatsumomo and her rendezvous, leading to a MOM-sized smackdown. Hatsumomo's grounded. The next day dawns. Chiyo heads to the rooftop, ready for, well, you'll just have to wait and see. Whoa. Chiyo tries to bolt to her sister, epic fail. She's down on the ground before you can say, geisha. Mom discovers Chiyo's escape attempt, ouch, and drops the bomb. Satsu's already vamoosed, leaving Chiyo in the dust. A letter reveals the devastating news, parents gone. Poof, no more geisha school, Chiyo's now a servant. Fast forward, sad Chiyo's on a bridge, drowning her sorrows, when bam. Ken Iwamura, mega company chairman, strolls by. He sees her sadness, tries to chat, but Chiyo's too heartbroken to speak. But wait, ice cream, a fancy handkerchief, cash money. Ken's a total sweetheart, melting Chiyo's icy heart with his generosity. And just like that, a tiny spark of hope ignites. She can find happiness. Whoa, this girl Chiyo's gonna climb the ladder. She's raking in the cash, the fame, and even Ken's attention. But get this, she's so blessed she's practically throwing it all to the gods. Praying for more Ken time, of course. Fast forward, boom, 15 years old and she's a major geisha. Then bam, Mamiya, the legendary geisha, wants her. Mom's like, meh, she's useless, but mommy has all, I'll pay you, and double if I fail. So, mom's in. Meanwhile, there's Hatsumomo, a total firecracker, training another girl, Pumpkin, and totally blocking any Chiyo Pumpkin meetups. It's a roller coaster. Mamiya shows Chiyo the ropes, introducing her to the big players, and this is just the beginning. A year to become a geisha? Forget that. Mamiya, our whirlwind of a teacher, reckons she can whip Chiyo, exquisitely beautiful Chiyo, with those eyes, into shape in 6 months. She's gonna teach this girl everything: posture, dance, instruments, makeup, and the killer stare that melts men's hearts. Chio even gets a fancy new name, Desiree. Months fly by, and bam! Sayuri, that's our girl now, is ready for her debut. Mamiya throws her to the wolves, the city's bigwigs. And she nails it. A stunning performance. But wait, there's a twist. Hatsumomo's there, green with envy, Pumpkin by her side, seething with jealousy. Sayuri's success is a dagger to their hearts, and Hatsumomo's plotting something. Whoa, Sayuri's got a whirlwind day. First, a sumo match with Mamiya, meeting a chairman who's totally unimpressed, but his buddy Nobu? Hook, line, and sinker. The next day, a quick pit stop at Dr. Crab's, but not before Mamiya gives Sayuri a little theatrical injury to amp up the allure. Clever girl. Then, it's back to the chairman, but oh boy, jealous Hatsumomo's spreading scandalous gossip. Dr. Crab's suddenly less interested, but Mamiya's got one final ace up her sleeve, a dazzling dance performance that blows everyone away. Is impressed Sayuri takes her chance and corrects the rumors that Hatsumomo spread earlier. Hearing this, Dr. Crab starts taking a liking to her again. A businessman and a client of Mamiya called the Baron is also present at the party. He invites Sayuri to his party. The next day at the party, the Baron takes Sayuri away privately and gives her a beautiful dress. After she wears the dress, he starts to undress her but does not do anything further. This event spreads fast in the geisha house. They think people will not put a lot of money on Sayuri now as no one wants a used product, but this is not the case. She had made history. Dr. Crab had put 15,000 yen on her. Upon hearing this, mother takes Ayari back and replaces Pumpkin. This upsets Pumpkin and she leaves. Mother also removes Hatsumomo. Hold on to your kimonos, folks, because this plot twist is a firecracker. We think Dr. Crab's the big spender, right? Wrong. It's the Baron all along, dropping serious yen. But Mamiya's got a secret crush on the Baron, so Sayuri's kept in the dark. The drama. Then, Sayuri's heading back from Dr. Crab's, and bam! Hatsumomo's waiting, clutching the chairman's treasured handkerchief. A tug of war ensues, ending in a fiery showdown, literally. The room goes up in flames. They put it out, but, boom, World War II breaks out. Everyone's scattering. The chairman sends Mamiya to safety, but Sayuri? She's off to the hills, kimono making with a grumpy old man. Meanwhile, Nobu and the chairman stick around to guard their factories, talk about commitment or stubbornness. A whole year. Radio silence from Chairman Ken. Then bam! Nobu bursts in, everyone's dead, factories kaput, Americans are running the show. But wait, Colonel Derek's, a man with American cash to burn, might just save the day. The catch? He needs some persuasion. Think geishas, think seduction. Sayuri's on the case. First stop, Mamiya, living the high life, or low life, depending on your definition of rent money. She's back in the game. Next, Pumpkin, now cozying up to the Americans, is roped in. Private jet, night flight, the works. And the grand finale, a hot springs party. Pumpkin whips out a truth or dare game, and Sayuri's up first, spilling the beans about her very first. Whoa, Sayuri's got a whirlwind of a night. First, a quickie encounter with Chairman Ken, bam. Then, the party's over, everyone's out at the spa, except Colonel Hottie invites Sayuri for a private chat, which she cleverly dodges. Nobu, her jealous boyfriend, finds out Sayuri and the Colonel left late, and flips his lid. He's all, I love you, Sayuri. Stay away from other guys. But Sayuri's got a plan. She confesses her feelings for Chairman Ken, ouch, Nobu, and decides to make him hate her. The next day, she sets up a rendezvous with the Colonel, aiming for a heart-wrenching betrayal scene for Nobu, but Pumpkin delivers Chairman Ken instead. Oh, the comedic irony. Poor, disappointed Nobu.